Yeah. Well, this is good news. This is good news. You see that trench? I've spoken of this trench, and I thought, well, why not show those people the trench on this Monday morning? You know, my usual report on, on me and my life and what's going on, and it's generally a weather report because let's face it, it's winter, and they're like, oh, that's something that's bugging me these days more than it used to is snow blindness, and it's not even brilliant sun today, but we got this deep blanket. We've got at least 8 inches by my digging here. I haven't moved any snow away until I came out to my trench, but 8 inches of new snow, and it's starting to settle in a little bit. We're in for some cold weather, just like probably the rest of the people in the country. It's lousy weather, but yeah, the eyes, the sunglasses, I kind of have to leave them on when I'm out in the snow because I just can't handle the glare. I used to be able to get along like this. Even as a child, there are pictures of me, looking like this. So I've always had slightly light sensitive eyes. But anyway, so that's my trench, and there's good news today because it's breaking really easily. Now, last night did not get extremely cold. We're going to go down to, they tell me as cold as minus 18 or 19 tonight, tomorrow, maybe the next day. That's cold. That can create a lot of ice in a short time. So anyway, I've kept this trench open. The ice here is, there you get another shot at my little trench, maybe. And the ice here is about 6 inches deep. And that all kind of set in mid-December when we had a cold snap. We had a week or so of, minus double digits every night. And that made for some pretty good ice. And so I've been basically on the cold mornings, or cold days, I kind of like to wait till it's a little warmer. I come down here and I bust up the ice and I scoop it out because no point leaving it there. It'll just reform really quickly. Because last winter, I think I've said this before, we were put out of here by a frozen water line, and a wrecked water line, not even frozen. The water line is in about 6 inches of water, well, maybe about 10 inches of water here at its shallow end. And last year, the ice froze to a good foot deep, and that, and then it was so cold for so long that the entire ice pushed outwards, did a lot of damage to the shoreline, and also froze right around my water line and crimped it into a V shape. So we had to literally move out. There was no way to find it, no way to fix it until finally the ice broke up or softened up enough to bust it up a bit and get in there. So we were out of here for 5 weeks last winter. Don't want that to happen this winter. I mean, it's beautiful and peaceful in the winter, except when I have to come out and bust up the ice. Anyway, folks, that's my story today. That's the weather report from the northern shores of Lake Okanagan. The south isn't getting anywhere near this much snow. And as you can, see, that's there, a little bit behind me there. The snow is deep. We've probably had, 6 or 7 feet of snow throughout the winter. But it's been melting off and then coming again and melting off. A lot of work, pretty sore back. But anyway, that's what is. And basically, I'll be at this for most of the week. It's supposed to be a cold week. So I don't know what you're doing, but I'll be out here daily busting up the ice. Unless for some reason it doesn't freeze as hard as it did this time last year. Anyway, until then. And just a little addendum to my video here. Just you shouldn't think I'm really lazy chopping into a little 3-foot trench. No, in fact, this trench that I break out on a regular basis here is a good 40 feet long. And so I'm done now for today, but took about an hour, and it's a good workout. Had to swing the old sledgehammer a few times pretty solidly. Not bad for an old geezer.